Did CM Punk just leak AJ Lee's Royal Rumble return? I mean, that is the biggest possible women's return comeback. For those who started watching WWE recently, AJ Lee was by far the most beloved women's wrestler back in the day, a former Divas champion. She left the wrestling world in 2015 to settle down and live a normal life with Daniel Bryan. What's that, CM Punk? Oh, he's just a side chick. Also on Greatness of Wrestling, favorites to win the men's and women's Royal Rumble matches, possible returns. What's that? First Hall of Fame inductee? Who? Triple H just inducted himself? Hey Hunter, so I just wanted to yes, I am a big fan of WWE Speed. I wanted to ask, did you just put yourself in the Hall of Fame?
You bet your sweet behind I did. I'm the heart and soul of the WWE, man. I deserve to be in the Hall of Fame.
Sweet behind. All of that on Greatness of Wrestling. Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. How are you guys doing today? So, Royal Rumble looks really big. And this is kind of a Royal Rumble special of Greatness of Wrestling because I want to talk about the latest rumors about this premium live event. Now let's start with the possible returns. Yes, Brock Lesnar is busy these days milking cows. Say what you will about Brock Lesnar, you know, the good, the bad, the way he's taking care of Daisy. Oh my god, it's just so sweet, you know, I'm like a grandma. It moves me. The Wrestling Observer notes that there is still no movement on Brock Lesnar returning to WWE, and it remains to be up to the legal department clearing as much. So here's the thing, people, I don't see that happening anytime soon, but it seems like WWE are mentioning Brock Lesnar more and more. I want to turn this video a bit spicy, people. I want to turn this video a bit spicy. Let me know in the comments below. Do you want Brock Lesnar to come back to the WWE? And be honest, WWE higher-ups basically told that AJ Lee can return whenever she wants. Just give WWE the call, and that's pretty obvious. You know, CM Punk is back in the WWE, whatever relationship AJ Lee and WWE had, it's a different management. It doesn't even matter anymore. All the creeps, all the pervs who worked for the WWE in the past, well, at least most of them are probably gone. It was a different environment back in the day, people. You know, all of these, I'm gonna push this woman because she's blonde and she has huge titties. Huge titties. I mean, I'm just stating facts. And CM Punk was asked about who he wants or wishes or possible Royal Rumble women's returns, and this is what he said.
I'd like to see show up in the women's Royal Rumble.
There's a big one that I'm not gonna say, because I'm gonna get in trouble.
Now, obviously, it doesn't necessarily mean he's talking about AJ Lee, but look at the excitement, man. I mean, it's a possibility. It's a possibility. I'm kind of giving up on this return. If I would have to predict, I don't think she's coming back to the WWE anytime soon. I don't know what's he so excited about. Still, maybe he's talking about Nikki Bella, maybe he's talking about the lesbians, I don't know. It's weird how in pro wrestling, AJ Lee, if she stayed, she would be the biggest, you know, female wrestler in the world. But her leaving and now coming back, it's weird how sometimes it builds you up. Like, even her contract would probably cost a lot more right now than it would have, you know, few years ago. It's crazy how professional wrestling works. If CM Punk stayed, maybe he would have main evented WrestleMania, maybe not. Now, he probably will. I've seen enough CM Punk interviews and he basically always said, AJ is doing her own thing, we'll see if it happens. He always keeps saying nice things, it would be a bigger return than mine. And he always kinda insinuated that he would love to see her back in the WWE. So most likely there is no bad blood between AJ Lee and the WWE right now. Another thing is, it could be just a short-term surprise return or could be a long-term thing. And honestly, I don't see her winning if she's coming back. That barely ever happens. But it's kind of crazy when you think about it. AJ Lee missed out on the whole women's revolution. She left when the Divas Championship was still in the WWE. That's kind of crazy. On the Elite subscription site, Pro Wrestling Insider noted that AJ Styles is scheduled to be in Indianapolis on Saturday. WWE officials are said to be hopeful Styles will be cleared in time to return at Rumble. It's kind of crazy what happened to AJ Styles. He came back and got injured the same night. I honestly thought it was a work. I thought they were trying to build some kind of a storyline, but my man was legit injured in this match against Carmelo Hayes. So when it comes to AJ Styles, I think it's a very likely return. Wouldn't be that big of a deal, you know? I mean, he already kinda made his return, but it would definitely receive a huge pop from the crowd. Both Fightful and Pro Wrestling Insider report WWE is bringing Omos in for Royal Rumble weekend. It's not clear if he'll be in the men's Rumble, but Fightful says that's been discussed. I hate Omos's booking. I kinda appreciate it in a way that he's a special attraction, but you can't be a special attraction when you weren't that big of a deal before, and that's nothing against Omos. I think he has something really, really special. I mean, look at this dude. But it's not like he's a former world champion who all of a sudden makes an appearance and everybody's shitting their pants. No. Unfortunately not. He lost most of the matches. WrestleVote says that there's also a possibility of Trish Stratus coming back as well. That is definitely possible. Like I've said before, women's roster is a bit smaller, so I expect a bunch of NXT talent, I expect a couple of legends. More and more we're seeing the same people, so that's why I'm really hoping for not only Trish, but AJ Lee, you know? But no talent like Trish Stratus, Lita, it's always fun seeing them in the WWE. Now people, who's gonna win this year's Royal Rumble matches? We have a couple of reports on that. John Cena is still currently favored to win men's Royal Rumble per Bet Online, but Seth Rollins and CM Punk are right behind him. Meanwhile, Charlotte Flair is still the leading candidate to win the Women's Royal Rumble. Here's the thing, like I've said, whenever somebody returns, I don't see that person really winning. It feels a bit too obvious to me. When it comes to Charlotte Flair, she's my second pick. My first being Io Sky, like I told you in my previous video. Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair versus Tiffany Stratton. It doesn't even matter who wins, we're still getting the same matches. But my money would still be on Io Sky. As I'm editing this, I've just seen a rumor saying WWE has discussed a Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair match for WrestleMania 41 per Fightful Select. So that gives you an idea that Bianca Belair could also win this match. Now, Bet Online, I assume it's, by people. People are making their predictions, and the majority of people are thinking that John Cena is winning this year's Royal Rumble. I agree, it's a possibility, but John Cena is the type of guy who likes to struggle in the WWE. Even when he was on top, he struggled, right? He struggled. I don't see Seth Rollins winning. I don't see how does that make any sense. I don't see a right challenger for Seth Rollins when it comes to championship matches. I don't see that much in CM Punk either, but I do see him winning the Royal Rumble match, especially since he was so close last year. It seems like the story is going to be he came up short, got injured, but this year, the redemption, he actually won the Royal Rumble match. Very similar to Edge, he came back 2020 or 19 Royal Rumble. Next year, he won. When it comes to matches for CM Punk at WrestleMania, Gunther versus Punk, I don't know. It's very odd, but it's definitely possible. Now, when it comes to John Cena, does anyone else feel a bit weird when John Cena says, I can't make decisions? It's not up to me who I'm going... Yes, if it's up to anyone, you can pick any WWE superstar right now at the moment except for The Rock. John Cena is the one who can say, I wanna wrestle this person and that person. Might as well win a championship. John Cena is the guy who can say that. He's probably the only one outside of The Rock who can literally say, I want to wrestle this guy and this guy. I might win the United States Championship and Intercontinental Championship on my way to WrestleMania. That is John Cena, dude. I know you're doing this out of humbleness, but come on, let's be real. Now, people, Triple H got inducted into the Hall of Fame by Stephanie McMahon, Shawn Michaels, and Undertaker. It was a surprise, maybe yes, maybe not, I don't know, maybe he was like, and you guys, you're gonna basically say that I didn't know that I wanna be in the Hall of Fame. Maybe that's the case. I don't know. It doesn't matter. And it's a big meme, obviously. A bunch of memes of Triple H pointing at himself. And that's the fucking game for y'all. Fun and games, people. But in all seriousness, do you actually have a problem with that? I mean, look at Triple H's career. I mean, I can almost say, at this point, when you look at the people who are not in the Hall of Fame, he deserves it more than anybody else. I don't know what's with this Triple H hate, but when I was a kid, Triple H used to be one of the biggest guys in the WWE. I remember an article or something in Lithuania basically saying WWE is not the same without Triple H. Basically talking about how we do have these faces of the company, but Triple H is the guy, for whatever reason. He's synonymous with the WWE. It's kind of crazy how that turned out, right? People, that's all I got for you when it comes to the Royal Rumble. WrestleMania season is here, people. Now, I'm kind of surprised we didn't hear that many rumors. We probably will hear more, but even though it kind of, pays my bills and shit talking about wrestling, I'm kind of happy. I'm kind of happy that, not a lot was actually spoiled. I still can't believe I have no idea of who's gonna win the Royal Rumble match. Most of the time, it's kinda obvious, right? It's kinda obvious. Now we get to pick from 5 people. It could be The Rock, it could be Roman Reigns, it could be CM Punk, it could be John Cena, it could be Seth Rollins, it could be Sami Zayn, it could be Drew McIntyre. I keep talking about this over and over again. I like my wrestling when it's a bit unpredictable. There are good ways to do it, there are bad ways to do it. I like when we get the thing we didn't expect. Sometimes it could be a very bad idea, and to a certain degree, I can appreciate bad booking too if it's going to lead to something that is going to fix the problem, if there's a bigger plan. As long as it gets me talking about wrestling, honestly. And this was done in such a right way. We all know this shit's scripted, but we can sit back and watch this as almost like casuals. Who's gonna win the Rumble? Oh my god, No, it's Akira Tozawa and he eliminated somebody. Maybe he's gonna win the Rumble. One can wish, one can wish. Thank you so much for watching this video. As always, your boy The Great One. Peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.